Caption close Washington, AP, Army Sergeant. La David T. Johnson died in a hail of gunfire, hit as many as 18 times as he took cover in thick brush, fighting to the end after fleeing militants who had just killed 3 comrades in an October ambush in Niger, the Associated Press has learned. A military investigation has concluded that Johnson wasn't captured alive or killed at close range, dispelling a swirl of rumors about how he died. The report has determined that Johnson, 25, of Miami Gardens, Florida, was killed by enemy rifle and machine gun fire from members of an Islamic State offshoot, according to U.S. officials familiar with the findings. The October 4 ambush took place about 120 miles, 200 kilometers, north of Niamey, the African nation's capital. Johnson's body was recovered 2 days later. U.S. officials familiar with the findings spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity to describe details of an investigation that has not been finalized or publicly released. A 12-member Army Special Forces unit was accompanying 30 Nigerian forces when they were attacked in a densely wooded area by as many as 50 militants traveling by vehicle and carrying small arms and rocket-propelled grenade launchers. Johnson was struck as many as 18 times from a distance by a volley of machine gun rounds, according to the U.S. officials, who said he was firing back as he and 2 Nigerian soldiers tried to escape. All told, 4 U.S. soldiers and 4 Nigerian troops were killed in the ambush. 2 U.S. and 8 Nigerian troops were wounded. The bodies of 3 U.S. Green Berets were located on the day of the attack, but not Johnson's remains. The gap in time led to questions about whether Johnson was killed in the assault and not found, or if he was taken away by the enemy. According to the officials, a medical examination concluded that Johnson was hit by fire from M4 rifles probably stolen by the insurgents and Soviet-made heavy machine guns. It is believed he died in the attack. The officials said Johnson was found under thick scrub brush where he tried to take cover. There were no indications he was shot at close range, or had been bound or taken prisoner, as several media reports have suggested. The U.S. Africa Command began its investigation with a team headed by Army Maj. General Roger Cloutier, the command's chief of staff. The team visited locations in Niger to collect evidence and information about the attack, and will soon submit a draft of Cloutier's report to Marine General Thomas Waldhauser, head of Africa Command. Waldhauser could ask for additional information. The final report is expected to be released next month. The officials familiar with the report's conclusions said that during the attack, Johnson and 2 Nigerian soldiers tried to get to a vehicle to escape, but were unable to do so, became separated from the others, and were shot as they were running for safety. The report concluded that Johnson, who was athletic and a runner, was in the lead and got the farthest away, seeking cover in the brush. Officials said there were a number of enemy shells around Johnson, and evidence that he appeared to fight to the end.